Alright folks, it's time for us to dive into the Benefactor Priority Mission. I'm a little bit nervous because this one is a 1-star difficulty, but at the same time I feel like I've learned a lot over the last few days and I am ready to dive in head first and not get anyone killed. So let's get started. Looks like we're getting an intergalactic Skype chat for this mission. The job I have for you is a relatively simple one. I need you to recover something for me, and I need it done quietly. Well, we've got a bunch of giant robots. Maybe we can put some socks on their feet so they sneak around a little bit better. In exchange for your services, I'll pay down the interest on your rather sizable loans and buy you the breathing room you've been looking for. That's interesting. Lady Centrella's image is replaced on the screen by a grainy photograph of an enormous grounded dropship. The contract for Lady Centrella's derelict recovery job is ready for review in the command center. We should follow up when you think we're ready. And I think we're ready right now. So let's go to the command center and check it out. Here we go. Okay, so we've got to fly to this place in order to actually do the mission. And the reward is 1.15 million credits. So yeah, we should kind of go do that now, or we could wait and do a mission here on the planet that we just spent like 17 days flying to. So yeah, why don't we do that? We'll do a supply convoy mission and then we'll go do that $1 million mission. So if we do end up taking a lot of damage and needing to do repairs, we can probably do them as we're flying to this new planet. So yeah, change of plans. We're going to do the supply convoy mission and then we'll fly out and do this pretty epic priority mission. So this is another half star. A little bit disappointed that it's not super difficult, but I'm not complaining. And since we are going to get a whole bunch of money, I'll select to receive a lot of salvage instead of finances for this one. And yeah, I'll thumbs up for that. Our squad loadout is pretty much the same as what it was last time, only this time Decker is using a different mech. He's using the Spider, which has 2 medium lasers and 2 small lasers. So up close and personal, he's going to do a buttload of damage, and he has jump jets this time, so we can bounce around and get right in the enemy's face. If there's a very powerful target that needs to be dookie blasted, he can be the one to do it. We've got the Blackjack on glitch, the same as before with the AC2s and the medium lasers. Going to be great for mid-range combat, and she has the multi-target ability to pick off those vehicles with the wide array of weapons. Then we've got the Shadowhawk on our buddy Medusa. He's got that evasive movement, so he generates extra evasion pips as he moves around, and he's going to be great at primarily long range with the AC5 and LRMs. Finally, the Vindicator mech, piloted by Behemoth, is going to be a mid to long range mech as well, but she also has some decent capability at close range with the small laser and the short range missiles. My god, it's a mouthful. Let's get out there and start killing some enemies. This is an escort mission. I'm excited to escort people, I guess. Let's go.
You think we'll see bears?
Alright, so this mission is in a snow biome, which means it's going to be much more difficult for us to get our mechs to overheat. That's a really fun thing about this game, is that the temperature of the world that you're in has an effect on how you can fight, and even potentially the loadout that you bring to the table. If I was using, or rather if I had a mech with a crazy amount of lasers to equip, then I could bring it on this mission and fire them like a madman and not worry about overheating and damaging my internal components. Now, we've got eyes on 2 unknown vehicles in our sensors. Nothing I'm particularly afraid of yet. We got an enemy mech, and he's running around in the forest. Just based on how far it's moving on a single turn, I can imagine that that is a lightweight. So we will use our lightweight to start the scouting process. I do have to be careful, though, with Decker, because I don't want him to take any unnecessary damage. A lot of this stuff is moving in the 3rd and 2nd initiative phases, with one... Actually, no, it's 1 per phase. We got 1 in the 4th phase, 1 in the 3rd phase, 1 in the 2nd phase. I guess I'll just reserve Decker again. I think that's going to be a pretty meta strategy with the lightweight mechs, is reserving them to be a reactionary force instead of moving them right away. And I think that is going to prove to be a good decision, because now that this vehicle has moved, we can potentially bounce right next to it with Decker and just straight up kill it. We can even move to a position where we're line of sighting the other vehicle, so it'll have to move closer to us if it wants to take a shot. But even if it does, the 4 evasion and the trees that we're hiding in should protect us enough. Damn, I'm not close enough for my short lasers. I should have checked before jumping to the position, but it's fine. I'm gonna take the shot. Nice, still got the kill.
One for the scrap heap.
Yeah, there's still some simple things about combat flow that I haven't adjusted to, and one thing I'll definitely have to get used to is previewing before I move to a position to make sure I have a shot on every single target when I go to a new position. Now, I don't know. It's going to be a little tricky to get to the enemy mech because it's going to be hard to get a vision on him. But I think if we play it right, then it should be okay. I'm going to leave Glitch up here reserved probably, or just brace down. And I'll move my other mechs into positions in these trees. Yeah, I'm just going to leave Glitch braced up here for now. And just like that, another vehicle has moved into Decker's slaughtering range, but I'm still going to reserve his turn so I can see where the enemy mech moves, because it might be in our best interest to deal with that before we deal with the puny vehicle. I mean, this guy is getting pretty close to us. We may even be able to jump in there and start firing on him, but it might even be better to wait for him to come to us, because the only way this mech is going to get to us is if he comes on top of this hill and goes over. So I may even just pull back into these trees, but I will, instead of walking back, I'll jump back so I can turn around and be facing towards him. Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty well. And we got another vehicle. He's a little bit late to the party. He was fumbling. He's like, I gotta get my coffee. I don't drive my tank well if I don't have my coffee. At this point, we can use Decker to eliminate one of the tanks. And this time, we'll make sure to preview. It's not telling me if I'm in range. I think it might have something to do with the fact that I only have a sensor picture of the mech and I don't actually have a visual on it. But still, I'm going to move to this spot. We're not going to have any more evasion once we get here. But I want to get the kill on this vehicle. So I think I'm making the right choice. But I am within range to fire everything. I just want to see what these small lasers look like. I've never shot one before. They're red. They look cool. Didn't get the kill. Thumbs down. Decker, off the team.
Standing by.
He might get the kill in the following turn, so maybe he'll be back on the team. But either way, we're going to use the behemoth this time to shoot at the far away vehicle. Because if things work out the way they did the previous mission, Decker will be able to finish this guy off in the next turn, and hopefully he won't miss. So we're going to use our PPC. This is the only weapon we have that can reach the Scorpion. She better not miss with that 80%. Boom. One shot, one kill. What's the deal? PPC. Can I kill it? I think I can kill the vehicle this turn. Yeah, we'll just fire the AC-5 at it. Never mind. We'll miss. Medusa, off the team.
Light damage, Commander.
It's always a little bit nerve-wracking watching Decker get shot, but I don't think I'll have the luxury of reserving him this time, especially considering the other lightweight mech hasn't moved, and if it's smart, it'll move and then take a shot at Decker because he doesn't have any evasion right now. So I'm going to jump over this hill and hope. Actually, you know what? I can probably come over here behind the vehicle and be safe from the mech. And as far as I can tell, there's no other enemies on the map, so unless some crazy stuff happens, we'll be okay. So there you go.
Acknowledged.
Oh, Decker's double fired now. Oh my goodness. I suppose the saving grace is that Decker isn't dead, but at this point, I'm a little bit frustrated
What can I do for you?
that he didn't pick up the kill on that tank. So now we've got some interesting decisions to make, and I suppose the best course of action for now will be to maybe get a little bit crazy. If we jump glitch in the blackjack on top of this hill, we can get a shot on both targets and use the multi-target ability to great effect. So I'm going to lean towards that as what I want to do. And also, because my morale is capped off, I'm going to use the vigilance ability, which will give us guarded and trench. So that'll reduce the incoming damage we take, and we're definitely going to take some damage. I can feel this lightweight mech flanking me in the coming turns. So we'll activate vigilance, and then we'll go for the multi-target on the spider and the tank. The tank will get the AC2s because they're in the effective range, and then the mech will get all the medium lasers to the face. Let's do it.
Line him up and I'll shoot him down, Commander.
Alright, got a couple of connects. Alright, we did pretty well. We destroyed one of his arms. And the tank gonna get destroyed as well. Decker's definitely fired because he didn't clean up his mess. Now we got a couple of other shots that we can take on the light mech. Oh, I don't even have to move. I can just fire at it. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just fire at it without even moving. Yeah, this one is good. This is going pretty well. It's nice to fight against mechs, though, instead of just vehicles, because they do pose a lot of different challenges, and they make you think a little bit harder because they have a little bit more firepower. I mean, this is just a light mech that we're fighting against, so it's only got 2 medium lasers, but we do still have to worry about it for multiple turns. Like, it's survived a pretty decent pounding. It could run up and punch us, but it's just going to run and try and shoot us with its lasers, but we have a lot of evasion, so it's not going to work out for him. At this point, we should be able to just take it out with glitch. I think she's... no, she'd have to turn around in order to shoot. That's another well, it's not weird. It's kind of cool that you have to turn in order to shoot at a target. So right now, my mech is... Alright, so you'll notice that my mech is facing in this direction, but the enemy is to her left. So she has to physically turn to face a different direction so that the enemy mech is within her field of view before attacking. And that's a pretty cool thing to consider whenever you're moving around and choosing your positioning. You have to be wary of the direction that your mech is facing. So, you know what I'll do? I will move into the brush, get right up in his face, and fire my lasers at it. Or, better yet, I could punch him. I think I'm gonna punch him. Yeah. I think punch sounds like a good idea. Let's do it.
Moving out.
Well, this mech doesn't have arms, so I'm probably gonna headbutt it or kick it in the shin. Going for the headbutt. We knocked him down. Beautiful. We should be able to finish him off pretty easily. Oh yeah, he's not happy. He is not a happy camper.
Ready for orders.
I mean, maybe I can clean him up with Decker. Can he jump all the way over there? Yeah, he can. All right, Decker, time for you to do what you came here to do, and that's clean up. All right, I think Decker has earned his place back on the team, getting the finishing blow with all of those lasers. So now we can continue on with the serious business, and that is getting to the rally point for the convoy.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Keep in mind that the convoy will try to stay near you for protection. Continue advancing to get them to the extraction point. Alright, so the convoy looks like it is 3 vehicles deep, and we've got to keep them safe, and they're going to follow our lead, pretty much. And they get 1 point of evasion for moving around, but overall they don't seem all that tough. They'll probably get killed pretty quickly. Oh no, it's 4 vehicles deep. Alright, not bad, not bad. Which way are they trying to go? Where's their evac point? Ah, it's down the road. So they're going to have to go along a winding road in order to get to safety. So what I'm going to try to do is cut off any enemies. So I'll jump probably Decker and Glitch over the mountain into these trees right here and stop any enemies, while the other medium mechs will just follow close behind the convoy. Alright, I'm just going to say it now because I know everybody's thinking it. The developers need to make the convoys move simultaneously. There's absolutely no reason these convoys need to take their turn one at a time. Meanwhile, on the Cross Arctic Expressway, a giant mech is clogging up traffic. We're going to come back in about 20 minutes to see if he's moved. Alright, right on cue. Enemy reinforcements are on their way. We've got 2 unknown mechs to deal with. I imagine they're going to be lightweights, but if they are mediums, that's cool too. We shouldn't have too much trouble dealing with them. We're going to have to turn the attention of our mechs onto the road. I was imagining they would get dropped in random locations, but this is going to be easy for us to deal with. We can set up a nice sort of kill zone for them as they funnel in through this road. Unless they use their jump jets, then we kind of know how this is going to play out. Hey, the dropship is here. Oh. Yeah, they are lightweights because they're both moving in the 4th initiative phase. So they're going to be very agile, and they're going to start taking shots at the convoy in the next turn, most likely. So we got to try and do something about that. I could move Decker in range to start dealing with them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump Glitch forward. Hopefully she's far enough ahead that she can see them. Yes, she is. They both have a crazy amount of evasion, and they are guarded, so there's really nothing I can do about them. I believe they're both lightweight mechs. Yeah, but we got the Panther is a light mech, and the Locust as well is a light mech. But our chance to hit is pathetic right now, so I don't even really want to take the chance at shooting. But I mean, why not, right? I guess what I could do is try to peel down their evasion a little bit. And I could use my special ability, Precision Strike, because I do have a lot of excess morale. I'm at 100%, so why not? So we'll try and peel down this Locust a little bit. Maybe we'll even get lucky and kill the pilot. Well, that was totally worth it. We had about 50% on everything. The AC2s were at about 65. So that was way better than expected. I mean, I can precision shot this guy again, can't I? 50%? That's basically 100. You know how that works. Let's try it. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Right in the center torso. Not going to get a kill this time, but we dropped his initiative phase down 1. So that means we could actually move in with Decker, take a shot, and then run away in the next turn, which is pretty cool. But I may not need to, depending on if we get the kill or not with Medusa. We'll shoot some long-range missiles at him and hope we get some damage out and get the kill. If we don't get the kill with this, then it's no big deal. We'll, at the very least, remove his last point of evasion. Yeah, there's no way that was going to kill, was there?
What's up, boss?
Hello, Decker. Are you ready to prove yourself worthy of staying on the team? I think you are. Damn, I can't run into position to use my lasers, but I can jump into position. Oh, yeah.
Up high.
Let's do it. We're going to fire everything right in this guy's chest and then run away in the next turn. Nice, the objective, flying away to safety. Now all I have to do is get to my evac point, which is a little bit farther down the road. I don't know why we decided to park in a different spot from the guys we were trying to rescue, but who knows. Yeah, so the shoot, and Decker's going to run away now. He'll just pull back and take another shot with his lasers. Or better yet, you know what? We don't even have to play risky with Decker because, you know, why chance it? We'll just pull Decker back completely out of line of sight and not even worry about him getting killed. Oh, this man wants it. But he can't have it today.
This should be good. We can do this. Let's go.
You know, I gotta be honest, man. I've been singing this game a lot of praises, and I'm gonna continue doing so. But it's really exciting to see all of the different mechanics coming into play, and just having things work out. All of the knowledge that I've accrued over the last few missions, and the fact that things are starting to make sense. The morale system is coming into fruition. It feels really good. So essentially, every time our pilots do something good, like if they destroy an arm on the enemy mech, if they injure an enemy or whatever, they get points of morale, and I can use that morale for my special abilities, which are very, very powerful. The precision shot thing to reduce the initiative, or the vigilance to just give my mech a defensive bonus and retain the ability to fire on the same turn. It's crazy. So it's really nice to have all of these different mechanics to take advantage of, and feel like I know how it's all working and why I'm succeeding. It's great. It's really great. We got a big burst of morale from that kill. We're almost back at 100%. But all targets have been eliminated. Sit tight, and I can collect you from where you are right now. Oh, we don't even have to walk to the evac point. She's going to bring the car around. That's what's up. So that's going to be another mission in the bag for us, and I don't think we took any meaningful damage at all, so let's go check. We got some bonuses for succeeding there. We got the contract payment increased by 10%, destroy the enemy blocking force, and contract payment increased by 20% by ensuring all the convoy units survive. So that's a nice little payout there. We got the 24,000 credits. Boom. And as expected, no meaningful damage was taken by our mechs, so thumbs up. Decker has survived to fight another day. He nearly got kicked off the team, but he pulled it together in the end. Alright, now for the salvage, it looks like we have some partial mechs that we can take back, and it says we have 0 out of 3 of all of these different types of salvage, so I imagine if we collect all 3 pieces, then we get to build a new mech. Now we have a spider and we have a locust already. We don't have a panther, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that piece of salvage. As for the rest of the stuff, let's take some jump jets. Since we're taking a lightweight mech salvage, it'd be a good idea for us to have some jump jets for when we complete this bad boy, when we get 2 more pieces. So we're gonna click confirm and see what else we get. We got some heat sinks, a bunch more jump jets, and some ammo, among other things. A nice haul overall. And the total value of the stuff that we collected is 2.3 million credits. So if we do need the money, we could just sell this stuff and we'll be good to go. Before we wrap up for the day, we're heading into the shop and looking at what things we have to buy, and it looks like there's something fancy in here, the AC5 Plus. It is a normal AC5, only it's better. It gives us plus 25% crit chance. All the other statistics appear to be the same, but that extra crit, I imagine, will be very useful. So you know what, we're going to pick this bad boy up, and we'll also get some ammo for it as well. And we'll make sure to put that on one of our mechs right now. I suppose now's as good a time as any for us to start equipping people with it. So let's head over to the mech bays and put it on. I think the blackjack is a good contender for that. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the weight too much. Let's see. If we remove the AC2, AC5 is very heavy. But here's the trick. The AC5 deals more damage. The AC5 deals less damage than 2 AC2s. Fascinating. Very fascinating. But it does have a higher crit chance. This is interesting now. We've got some choices to make here. Because what I could do is sacrifice some of these medium lasers, maybe, for the AC. Yeah, overall, I don't think the blackjack is going to benefit from equipping the AC5. Even with the bonus crit chance, having these 2 AC2s are going to deal more consistent damage than the AC5. And we can't wiggle it so that we have 2 AC5s because this thing weighs a grand total of 8 tons, where the AC2 weighs 6. So we'd have to make a lot of concessions if we wanted to have just this crazy juggernaut that's firing these massive double AC5s. Like the configuration that I could do, I'll do it right now. I'll strip everything down. Here we go. The configuration that I could have with this guy is double AC5 and no other weapons, making me just an absolute juggernaut. I'd be potentially dealing 90 damage per turn. Unfortunately, I only have one AC5 plus with the extra crit chance, but still, that would be 90 damage per turn, assuming that the hit connects. Whereas with the old configuration, we've got a lot more consistency, and we actually, I think we have more damage per turn as well, because we've got 100 from the 4 medium lasers and 50 from the 2 AC2s. But with that, I guess there's technically more opportunities to miss, but there's also more opportunities to hit. And because we have the multi-target on glitch, and I like to put glitch in this particular mech, so we'll leave the configuration as it is. Now, as for the other guys, though, this buddy over here is already using an AC5, so we don't have to worry about any kind of fancy math if we want to equip it. So let's just get that old one off and put the new one in that has the crit chance, and that'll be kind of awesome. I don't think there's anything else I want to change about him. He's already at his maximum tonnage anyway, so I'd have to do some little bit of math to change it. But I like this guy's setup, the long-range missiles and the AC5. That seems pretty powerful for an ultra-long-range type mech. So we're going to click confirm on that. It'll take 7 days to swap out the gun. That's not a long time at all. For our other guys, I think the Spider did pretty well with the small lasers. I don't think they were as spectacular as I was hoping, but I think it's still a pretty good combination. So I'm not going to bother changing any of that. This puppy over here with the PPC. This one, though, was a little bit odd, because what was going on here is we were always in range for our PPC, but our medium lasers and our short-range missiles didn't really get much use. So it might be in my best interest to try and specialize more instead of going for this versatile approach. So how would I go for that specialization? I think maybe a large laser would be decent for that. So if I strip down all of these little bullshits... Actually, no. You know what? We'll leave it as is, and I'll tell you why. We leave it as is because we don't want to have too many hyper specialized mechs. We want to have something that fills a nice middle ground, and this mech does that perfectly. So I'm not going to fiddle with it at all.
Right.
And with that, I think we're done for the day. We've done just about everything that we needed to do. It's really exciting building these mechs and thinking of the best way to customize them. Figuring out a meta for yourself and also what the actual meta for the game is going to be a very fun process. So the next time we come back for real this time, we are going to fly our way to the new planet so we can do this mission that is worth 1.152 million credits. And we're going to be rolling in the cash when it's done. So, as always, the name of the game is Battletech. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how much you enjoy customizing your mechs, and what is the longest time you've spent doing the mental math trying to figure out if setup A was better than setup B. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.